Okay. So I once knew this guy named Chris. I met him at the Tennessee Institute for Technology, community college, whatever. I'd already been to university. I just wanted to learn CAD. I just wanted to learn how things get built. Already, you see, you judge things because it went here or there. See, you're concerned about what is greater, what is lesser, in words or in things. You're always concerned about what has more, what has less, fashion. Concerned about all these crazy ideas. Now, this guy, he failed. He failed CAD school because, well, he was always drunk. There's a thing when you get drunk, which is talked about in the philosophy of drunken boxing, you stop caring. All scriptures are about being drunk, okay? And about the conceptualization of social network narrative. It all was born from that, okay? Go and tell no one. See, what do? If you see something, you go and tell everybody, don't you? That's what you do. So, one thing leads to another. So, anyways, Chris was an amazing upholsterist. An amazing upholsterist. See, Rody, right now you say men who sew. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Do you not see that men come from women? Anyways, this guy could upholster anything. And the problem, he was locked in nirvana. He lived with his parents. He had just, when you get locked in nirvana, it's very difficult to let go. The wrong side of it. Because you just want truth. You see how bad the world is, and you want release. You want pause from it. You see why all the problems are created, and you want release. So you get locked into alcohol, and this guy could build anything, man. Smart dude. I don't know if he's still living. He was 50 years old by the time I saw him. I was maybe 27 or something. Yeah, 29. Something. Who cares? Does not really matter. But this guy, his parents hated him. But what is being highlighted here? You've got a guy who can just build a lot of stuff and like protect you. Why are you complaining? It's a volatile mix with people. They're understanding. They don't understand. They want to kick everything out of the nest, but they don't. But they are worried about when they're alone in a nursing home and nobody's there to visit them. So there's this mystery that comes into play. And you can use this in any kind of concept, micro, macro, what have you. But this guy could do anything. He had the greatest artistry. The more wine you fed him, oh my God, or the more alcohol, or whatever period, the more ethanol you fed him, the better he got. What's the scriptures say? You guys have got to wake up and start realizing things. Water into wine. Hello, Noah, Ham, being drunk under. See, the reason why you can't talk is like I'm speaking Japanese to you because you've not read the words in the scriptures and you've not understood the flow of things. Now you have no clue what I'm talking about. Now it shall rain. You've got no clue. And you judge everything on appearance outside of the cup, not the inside of the cup. This guy, we were on a boat, and he's making up the seats. And even myself, I say, Chris, like, you gotta quit drinking, man. You're killing yourself. Because I loved him, but I had not yet understood, although I'd seen war, famine, death, conquest, all these principles already, I had not yet became an alcoholic or a drunkard. I had seen this weird thing in him, and I said, please, you're killing yourself. Well, that's what happens. You live, you die. I'm trying to speak in terms of the repeat, random, just numerical narrative, okay, that keeps on going, the circle of life, if you want to talk about it. And all the guy wants to do, he's a nice dude. He's like Otis in the Andy Griffin show. He just comes into the station drunk and closes the prison door. But see, this is the concept of things. When you get drunk, you just go, unless you're a bad person, first of all, you just say, okay, whatever. Let's have no harm. See, it's not what goes in you which kills you. It's what comes out of you which kills you. It's not what goes in you which defiles you. It's what goes out of you. See, I can say this, but you say, oh, you got to say it perfectly. But it's the meaning that matters, correct? Are we tracking? I know. I'm so worried about people because they are always worried about kind people who do things like this. Like, there could be people on their balconies looking at me because I'm talking on a phone. They have no clue, because they have no clue. They're not related to what I'm doing right now. And they say, there's a crazy dude with the phone. Like, he's talking, he's screaming, whatever. Just a crazy guy. Don't you see this? Don't you see that the pursuit of perfection, the idea of fashion, is destructive? Because if everyone does it, it's destructive. This guy, this fellow Chris, Lord bless his soul, everyone hated him, but he was so good. They said, Chris, you got so much potential. And he's saying, what don't you like about me? I mean, I'm here. I'm providing for you. Why do you have a problem with me? Why? I one time hit a joint dude in this guy's house, man. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, and he's like, whoa, dude, calm down. Like, this is some pretty potent stuff. And in about 3 minutes, my mind was blown. Star Spangled Banner. Gone. And he had to go in and talk and explain to his family, I have a friend who needs a sleepover. I had no clue that they'd been making marijuana, like, it's going out of style. But what was the common factor was the kindness that he says, I'm glad, And what the problem was the people, his mother and father, who were worried just about him being something, lesser. They're judging him. They had this preconception of him, and he's got to go in and talk to them. And I'm like, just let me sleep on your floor. He says, let him sleep on the floor. See, all of you don't understand. Like, if a moment happened and there was a knock on the door and it says, hello. The Son of Man has no place to lay his head. Would you turn him away? Would you turn it away? Put yourself in that situation. See, people try to relate themselves to scriptures because they believe it makes them holy. by association. Complete, utter garbage. They don't see the rhyme and the schedule of things. They don't see why things are said, and keep going. So, although these parents are Christian, they don't understand that this is a guy named Jesus going, hello, foxes have holes, birds have nests, whatever, who cares? They don't understand that framework of philosophy, and they have a problem. Well, if we were in war or catastrophe, you would beg for someone to be right there. You wouldn't want to be alone. See, when people become familiar and comfortable and happy, fat and happy, they don't worry about the could be's or should be's or the would be's. They don't think. Comfort is a disease, basically, practically. It makes people lay down. It's like food. You fall down and you go to sleep. You don't wake up to reality. But introduce tragedy or pain, then they become alarmed. What did this mother and father forget? That all of us are tied together. That everything is tied together. You see a drunk there? Well, what have you done? What have you exactly done? What have you done? You've castrated. You've said what is wrong about you and not what is right about you. Now, have you ever seen, okay. All the crimes in humanity have been caused by sober people. Don't you get that? Don't you understand that? That all things go to war? And don't you see this is a thought crime? It's all a thought crime. I hate to sound Orwellian or dystopian or 1984 on you, but that's all it is. These thought crimes, which is your idea to procure the moment where you think that something is going to be a perspective problem, and you, through whatever hamster wheel going in your head, you automatically assume and go ahead and try to intervene when there's no problem. None. No problem. So, if everyone does this, if everyone says thought crimes, everybody's got a thought crime. If everyone does this, what happens to the world? I never know what became of Chris. Maybe one day I will call him. I don't know. I'll figure out where he lives. I know where he lives, but maybe one day I'll sober up and drive there. Perhaps.